I feel as if a lot of times, we cause unnecessary pain to ourselves, whether it's just thoughts and thinking of old memories or things that could have been and you wish it would have lasted, or just things that wish would have just lasted longer. And we cause unnecessary heartbreak, we cause unnecessary pain to ourselves. Because sure, we're all human, we all are capable of being hurt, on some level and degree. Whether we like it or not, we're all capable of being hurt. We are all capable of, being hurt. And I know I said that twice, but it's possible. You aren't always entirely closed off for the most part, because there's always that feeling of wanting. There is always that feeling of wanting something, desiring something, on whatever level it might be. But sometimes it's like we get so lost in just old memories and old, things. We get so lost in the emotions and the feelings that came with it that we hurt ourselves in the process when we don't even need to. It happened. It happened. It's a thing of the past. It's a memory of the past. And sure, it always hurt. It always hurt, just the memory of it. And you can never change it. You can never go back. You can never change the outcome of it. So it's like, on some level, you have to ask yourself, what is the point of looking back of what could have been when you are ignoring what is right now? Looking at a tree instead of looking at the forest. You're seeing one small little aspect of your life instead of looking at the whole grand picture, and ignoring any other possibilities of what could be because you're looking at what once was. And it creates, it's this constant cycle, it's this loop that plays in our head that we allow to keep playing. We keep it playing for a sense of comfort. It could be comfort, it could be reminding yourself of why you shouldn't trust people. It could be a reminder of why you just need yourself. Whatever the reason is that you tell yourself, it's like you can only do that for so long, because I feel like we all have an urge for companionship, or an urge just to be around people, have a sense of connection. Because what really matters is the connection, not the amount of people in our life. We can have a lot of people but feel alone. We can have a lot of people in our life constantly surrounded but have no true deep connection. On the flip side, you can have 2-3 solid friends, deep connection, and you feel more alive than ever. You feel the most connected. You feel the most in touch with those people. And you feel the most happy conversing with them because it's someone you truly care for. And we get so lost in just looking at, the pain, the heartache. Replaying that, overthinking about it, just thinking. And we just miss opportunities right in front of us. Or even so, it's like you compare things, when in reality, comparison is one of the many thieves of joy. Comparison, just comparing people especially. And that leads to a road of just a constant loop of not feeling like people are enough, or not feeling like you're enough. Because comparing yourself to other people when you aren't even the same individuals, you aren't even the same, personalities, you aren't the same, you haven't lived the same life, you haven't had the same experiences. It's like, how are you supposed to compare yourselves when you are two different individuals? And now, I guess you can say, oh, in terms of skill, then I thought I heard something. But even so, it's like, in terms of skill, okay, there's always room for growth. And That's another thing, that we cause pain for ourselves. We cause our own pain. We break our own heart by comparing ourselves, saying we're not good enough. And what we tell ourselves, we say, I'm not good enough. I'm not smart enough. I'm not pretty enough. I'm not handsome enough. I'm not, whatever it is you tell yourself, saying that you're not enough, because it's all encompassing. You are doing yourself a disservice, because no one is like you. No one is like you. No one can be you. No one can share your own experiences. No one can share your own insight, your own love and care for the world in whatever form or expression it is. No one can do that for you. And no one can be you. No one can walk in your shoes. So I guess there's a beauty in just being carefree in that aspect, and just saying, I'm gonna live life to however I want. It's truly a beautiful thing, and it creates a sense of peace, saying, I'm gonna do it my way. I'm gonna do it my way. Regardless of what people say, I'm gonna do it my way. And what may also be holding us back is just thoughts of people. What will people say about us? What will people say about me? What will people say about you? And it could matter. Reputation it's always there. It's, your reputation will soon precede you. But take the risk. Take the risk, because when it pays off, it's like, who's to say you were delusional back then? Who's to say you're crazy? Like, you proved them wrong and you proved yourself right. But it's not even about that. It's about the fact that you created something from nothing. You created something from an idea, essentially. And you took the risk and the opportunity just to go for it and test yourself. But I got a bit off track, as I usually do. But, so often it's like, we get so caught up in just thinking of the old for a sense of comfort, for a sense of what we already know, for a sense of trying to hold on to something and keep it there, instead of just letting it free, let it pass, and just moving on. Just moving on, saying it did happen, it does hurt. Who knows when it'll ever not hurt, thinking about that memory. It always have an emotional charge to it. And I accept that, but I'm gonna just keep going. I'm gonna create new experiences, because I can't be held on to the past when the future is waiting for me. And the present is where I'm at right now. The future is waiting for me. There's so many opportunities in the future, and you never know. If you're looking back, if you're literally looking back, you can't see what's in front of you, and you can't see the gift and you can't see the gift that's there waiting. And you have to be open to receiving it, But feelings are a funny thing. They are. They're a funny thing. For as short as they may last, it's so interesting how it goes. Some people can change moods so quick, at a snap of a finger, at a drop of a hat. You're happy, now you're sad, and it's like, it's so interesting how that works. And it's like, we're always, in a sense, trying to avoid pain too. It's a weird loop. You're thinking of old things, and it creates pain, but on the other hand, it's like sometimes you avoid pain. You avoid the pain of trying something new. You avoid the pain of embarrassment. You avoid the pain of, putting yourself out there in fear of being judged or criticized. And it's like, it's a weird predicament. Because at first it may be embarrassing, sure. It's entirely possible it may be embarrassing, but after so long, it's like, it's normal. It's normal. And I guess if we're just talking on a level of action or creating habits and things like that, You know, it's weird till it's not. It's uncomfortable till it's not. And you create your own sense of comfort. You create your own sense of, you know, peace and tranquility and contentment. And, you know, just handling things as you create them, handling things as you want them to be. But, you know, it's like so many times you're just trying to juggle new things and old things, and it's like you're burdening yourself, you're stressing yourself out. You're stressing yourself out unnecessarily. You're putting way too much on yourself. You're human. You can't try and do everything. You can't try and look in the past and the future at the same time. You can't. You're trying to juggle two opposites in a sense. You know, one's known and can't be changed. One's unpredictable and still isn't set in stone. And it's weird, honestly. It's unnecessary stress. That's the easiest way I can put it. It's unnecessary stress. And sometimes you just have to just let things go. And I'm not sure if you could even hear that. It's a motorcycle, but ignoring it. But you just have to let it be. Let it be, you know. Create your life as you want it to. And, you know, it gets me thinking of all the things that are there. It's like, for me personally, it's like I feel things like, and now I don't even want to say like sound whatever, but for as calm and just as I am, or as, you know, neutral as I am, it's like I feel things deeply. Because it's like, if I see pain in another person's eyes, or just them talking about that, it's like I feel that. I genuinely do feel that. And I guess that's why I'm making videos now. It's like, because that is always just there. It's always there. You know, seeing that pain, that stress, and that suffering is like, in a way, it eats away at me. And I'm just, I guess, using these videos as a form of coping, I guess you can say. And hopefully it makes someone feel better. But I guess back to the whole topic, right? You know, breaking our own heart. We do that so often, I feel like. And what's crazy is you almost make it a habit. You literally almost make it a habit. You keep reminding yourself of the whatever it may be that causes that emotion. You know, whether it be a relationship, whether it be a memory, whether it be whatever it is, it can be any and anything. And it's like you remind yourself, and you constantly keep that at the back of your head. And you constantly bring it up. But what does it truly gain you? You know, what do you truly gain from it? That's the right way to say it. What do you truly gain from it? Almost nothing, except for sadness. And again, it's like, I don't want to live in the past. I don't want to cling to that familiarity. I don't want to cling to that. It's like, it eats, especially when it's a feeling like that, it's like, it eats away at you. It truly eats away at you. But you may stick to it because it's what you know. You may keep replaying it because you're familiar with it. It's what you know. but you're closing yourself off. You're closing yourself off to the future possibilities and the future opportunities for creating memories. That's literally what it is. You're closing yourself off, not experiencing the present, because at that point it's like, when will you allow yourself to be open? And when will you allow yourself to truly live in the present? As that's the only thing we truly have, time-wise. We don't have the past. You can't grab the past. You can't grab the future. And now you can use them as markers and different things, like the future as a sort of vision, and the past as a sort of teacher. But other than that, it's like we can only live now. But I'm gonna just I'm gonna leave it off there. I truly just enjoy just talking about whatever's on my mind, and that was just something on my mind. Just how we sometimes cause suffering in our own minds. Just thinking of things that have an emotional charge to it. The easiest way I can say, just have an emotional charge to it to make you feel something. You just keep that there. Oh well. But just live life. That's the thing. Just live life just little by little. If you're closed off, just little by little, opening yourself up a bit more. Just however much you can, as much as you can for that day, and then the next day you try a little bit more, the next day you try a little bit more, and you see how far you can push yourself in just being able to express yourself, and see how far that takes you, because I just want us to live our own life. Live your own life. Live your own life. That's literally what it is. And just enjoy it. Enjoy every single moment. Now, every moment might not be the happiest, most exciting moment, but it's like you're just living. You're living, and there's beauty in that. There's beauty in the experience. But with that being said, love you forever and always. See ya.